Hello ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? I know you guys are probably confused as to why I have a balai, why I have a broom. That is because I was prepared to take out the fucking trash. But that's just not what really happened. Roll the tape. Video update on my cousin or whatever. You guys heard that the eviction date was December 17th. I was prepared. I had my bags packed for, you know, when I was going to have to get bailed out of jail because I thought it was going to be an altercation. Do people pack their bags for jail? You guys understand, I was ready. Okay, I was counting down the days and I told my mother straight up, I'm going to have a broom so I can take out the fucking trash. I was about to buy a brand new broom for that shit. Well, that's what the fuck I told my mother. I was so fucking ready for this bullshit. And then I decided December 10th to give my cousin a 7-day notice. Because, you know, courteous of me, right? I said, hey, Ricardo, don't forget, you're supposed to be out. Well, your bitch, I mean, your mime, I mean, the girl is supposed to be out by December 17th. Comment down below what you think this bitch nigga said to me. Mind you, I was out with my best friend Tish. Hey Tish, how you doing, girl? And I was out with my mom. We were out at the grocery store when this situation happened. This bitch nigga said to me, did you type down below? Oh, somebody said, oh no, sorry. I didn't mean the 17th is when she would be done. I meant the 27th. Listen, I know there was a lot of you guys that were in my comment section sitting here like, oh, you know, yeah, nursing school could be 4 to 5 weeks if you're doing a CNA program and all of this goofy shit. Yes, that is true. Like I said, I looked up the school and yeah, it is a 4 to 6 week program. It is in Elizabeth. It's exactly where they said it would be. But my thing is, how the fuck you go to a school, you don't know the name of it, you don't know when the dates end, you don't know when the dates start or whatever, and then you want us to take that shit seriously. You don't even take yourself seriously. How niggas ask you what school you go to? You can't even tell me what school you go to, huh? How niggas like, and now you're telling me you don't know when the school ends. How you confuse 17th with 27? Yeah, I know both got a motherfucking 7, but bitch, you not that dumb. Now, at this point, this shit, the math not mathing. First time I heard about this situation, what, end of October into November? It's been well over a month. Make it make sense because it doesn't make sense and the math is not mathing. It's not logical. What you're saying to me and what is happening is not what's happening. At this point, the girl's been there for close to 2 months, or at least in this school for close to 2 months, because apparently before this was even brought up, she was already starting this program. So either she's fucking dumb and she failed, or someone's fucking lying. Whatever it is, I'm mad. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the other video, but I'm just gonna have to mention it again. Because like I said, I was ready to take my broom and take out the trash. I told my mother what was going on. My mother said, well, si yo beze lete. Well, if they want to stay till the 27th, let them stay till the 27th. Now do you guys see the type of fucking bullshit that I'm fucking dealing with? These people are fucking deranged. It must be crack. It must be crack. Let them stay till the 27th, my ass. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna sit there and bitch cry and complain to me. So I'm sitting here. I'm going off in the supermarket. I'm like, are you crazy? Like, what? Like, no. And at this point, I text Ricardo and I'm like, Ricardo, send me the papers. I want to see official papers from the school that say when the program over or whatever. Looking at the papers, it looks like sis taking makeup classes. As if she missed classes, because from what you guys explained, and of course if you're taking a 4 to 6 week program, it's accelerated. So, bitch, you wasn't going to class? Nonetheless, that's none of my business at this point. I just want you to fuck out. And what truly irritated the hell out of me was the fact that my mother said, specifically in the beginning of this, keep this in mind, oh, well, I feel bad for the girl because I just think she's stupid and that Ricardo has her under some sort of spell. She's an innocent young girl that thought she was gonna get a better life by marrying Ricardo. She doesn't know any better. Last I checked, I was my daughter's only child. My mother has no other children. Why the fuck do we care about her? That's not your kid. That's not your kid. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in another video, but the girl literally, mind you, what did I say before? The girl don't talk to nobody. She's disrespectful as fuck. She don't say hi to nobody. She don't regard nobody. She just hides in the fucking room. But she had the nerve, all audacity to come into my mother's room, lay on her bed, talking about, oh, I don't want Yvana to start any drama. I don't want Yvana to start any trouble. I'm just here for school. I'm not here to stay. I would never stay here permanently. That's disrespectful. It's also embarrassing. I just want to stay for school. And my mother sat there and fell for that fucking bullshit, talking about I feel bad for her. You can feel bad for her all you want. That doesn't mean you let roaches in your house. Don't you feel bad for roaches sometimes because people always stopping on them? You let them in your house? You let them seek refuge? I don't fucking think so. This shit just infuriates me. Because like I said in my previous video, the main reason I moved out, besides the fact that I was being financially abused, was the fact that this bitch ass nigga Ricardo had all of these bum fuck ass niggas in the house doing whatever it is that they really wanted to do, coming in all hours of the night, all hours of the day or whatever. And I, as a young beautiful woman, is not about to have all these bum ass niggas walking all over me, talking to me, looking at me, breathing my space. So I was out, besides the fact that I could never get food because he eats like a fucking trash compactor. And now we have his wife that you're essentially letting stay here and stay over your better judgment. So in my mind, it might be immature, it might be off, it might be completely outrageous. It feels like she's choosing him and her over me, and I don't like that shit. Because when I brought up the whole situation with my cousin years ago, I told my mom, if you don't like what he does and he has all these people in the house and you're annoyed with his behavior and he's selfish and is not there, why don't you kick him out? Oh well, his mother put me through school, his mother took care of me, I could never kick him out. You know what makes me uncomfortable? I don't get any food. I'm spending, I could have spent, kid you not, at least $1,000 on food a month. I'm literally struggling and my mental was so bad, and I told her all of this shit. And you chose, oh well, I can't, you know, his mother put me through school. Fuck her, fuck him, fuck that. This is ridiculous. So I got something for that ass. Stay tuned for that. Brought it up to my father. My father also had the same response. Oh, well, I mean, I don't see the big deal. It's only 10 extra days. I don't know why Haitians don't understand the saying of if you give an inch, they take a mile. But they learned today. 10 days ensued. And that's when you guys saw the whole nonsense that happened with my family on Christmas that I just did a story time about. The bullshit. Link down below. So I have all this shit on my mind, hoping that this bitch gonna leave. And then I have my cousins running amok, acting a fucking mess, starting drama. I'm irritated, I'm annoyed, and I'm really trying to make sure that these niggas is leaving. So I'm texting Ricardo, I'm like, hey, she said to leave the 27th. I think I texted him on the 26th. I was like, she leaving tomorrow? Comment down below what the bitch nigga said. Oh, I'm gonna bring her home at the end of the week. Gonna smother myself. I said, do you not understand that every time I ask you when you're bringing this girl home, you have a different response? Like it's a different fucking story every time. Oh, well, I'm telling you, she's not here to live here. She's not here to stay. She's just here for school. You know, I keep telling you, you know, she's not here to stay. I don't know why you don't believe me. I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. I don't. You said she'd be out by the 27th, my nigga. Over this period of time, I've been getting phone calls from the management. Now, the thing is, I've been getting these weird ass letters from somebody that apparently may have lived in my house or something like that. I don't know who the fuck it is, but it's like somebody's name. We're just gonna name the person Barbara, but they have the same last name as me. It's like Barbara Romelus. And I got the letters in my P.O. box as well as my parents' address thing, which was strange because it shouldn't even be going to my P.O. box because my P.O. box is not even a P.O. box technically. It's a UPS mailbox. So it's like it's nowhere near connected to my parents' address because my address is not their address. So I was so confused. So I got these like insurance cards for a Barbara Romelus, right? So mind you, mine's name is not Barbara Romelus and she's not a Romelus because Ricardo's last name is something completely different from mine. So it's like, okay, it's not for her. It was just very strange. So I told UPS, hey, send this back, it's not for me. So apparently, I guess USPS had put the same insurance cards in my parents' mailbox that I had gotten in my UPS mailbox. And they called me and they're like, hey, do you know anything about a Barbara Romelus? I'm like, no, actually I saw something for that person in my P.O. box as well. Not for me at all, like at all, but you could just discard it. You sure? I'm like, no, yeah, you could just throw it out. Yeah, because you know, we've noticed there's an extra person in the house, so we thought maybe it was them. Well, Why must I always be right? I don't like being right. I hate to be right sometimes. Like, usually I'm quick to be like, I told you so, but this was an I told you so moment for my goddamn self. I had to talk to myself in the mirror that night like, yup, I told you, bitch. Exactly what the fuck I said was gonna happen was gonna happen. Now, this had to be end of November, beginning of December. So I texted Ricardo. I said, Ricardo, they know that that girl's there, but they think somebody else is living in the house. Oh, please, schools. You know, just tell them that she not staying there. She only gonna be there for school. I'm sorry, that sounded like a favor. You guys are probably thinking, oh, Yvana, you don't want your parents to get evicted. Oh, Yvana, you don't want anything bad to happen to them. This is the thing, right? The only reason I'm so concerned about this, like I said before, is that my name is on the lease. And you cannot just be having illegal tenants living in there because one or two things is going to happen. A, your rent is going to increase. Or B, you're going to get evicted. So I just don't want that on my record, really, to be honest, right? The way my parents are such hypocritical, passive pieces of shit when it comes to Ricardo, I would love some swift justice. And that's just what the fuck it is. They need to learn that keeping him is a fucking issue. The family's been complaining about it for at least 3 to 4 years now. Nobody even wants to hear anything about Ricardo because they're like, why is he still in that house? My dad is literally this man's only friend. It would suck if they got evicted, but at the same time, y'all need to learn a goddamn lesson. So I just tell the landlord, I'm like, oh, she's not gonna be here permanently. That's just what I said. Do with that what you will. I didn't say she gonna stay. I didn't say she a permanent resident. I just said she's not there permanently. She'll be leaving soon. Basically, that's what I said. Fast forward, I had talked to the management again about something else, and they had brought it up again. So at this point, I'm like, all right, they know. Mind you, there's a camera right outside the door. There's a camera legit right outside my parents' door. Now, I kid y'all not. I know you guys are probably thinking, yo, why did you even let her stay there? It is my parents that sat. This shit makes me so fucking mad. My parents sat there, and mind you, I never listened to them. I almost never. And this is why, because wow, this is about to sound fucked up, but like my parents have never given me good counsel, really. When it comes to like in the moment situations, they've never given me good counsel. This is insane. They said, oh, let him stay. Let's see what happens. Let's see what he does. My father, at first, the last time he was talking, I was like, oh, well, told him no, so he's not about to bring her here. And when he brought her here, what did you do? You fucking sat there in silence. You didn't say nothing to him. You let him bring his bitch there. So this the shit that I'm talking about. Y'all sit here, y'all bitch crying, complain to me about the shit that he does. But then when something happens, y'all act like, oh no, I didn't say that. Oh no, I didn't do that. Oh no, that's not my fault. Whose fault is it then? Don't blame the devil, because the devil is a fucking lie at this point. Y'all is the fucking devils. Y'all making problems within your own fucking life. Fast forward, December 28th or 29th, I pull up to the house. I'm looking for evidence of leaving. Packed bags, something. These niggas comfy in the fucking house. But I know that when they do go to New York or they go anywhere, they go on weekends. So I'm like, you know what? Simmer, relax, chill. And I definitely thank the Lord for patience. I thank the Lord for that, because old me would have started swinging. Point here would have started swinging. So my mother checks the mail, and I see a yellow envelope. You know damn well a yellow envelope in your mail is not a good sign in December, especially when you see the management seal on the shit. I opened the fucking envelope and it is a rent increase. I am livid. I had just bought Christmas gifts for my parents and they were not really grateful for them. And now I'm opening this fucking letter and I'm seeing a rent increase because of y'all negligence, y'all refusal to speak up about this fucking bitch ass nigga, and y'all refusal to actually be parents and actually be leaders. Like, my parents get down what they have when they have, you know, like they say what they gotta say when needs be. But it's like, I don't know what it is about Ricardo. They just don't do anything. All they do is bitch, cry, and complain. And it's annoying because they expect me to do everything. And it's not going to be me doing everything all the fucking time. I start going off. I said, okay. So now the rent goes up by $48. And I showed to both my parents. I said, this is because you guys are CT-ling. You guys sit here and you tolerate everything. You guys tolerated his bullshit. You tolerated him bringing this woman here. And now the rent has increased because they think there's another tenant here. It doesn't matter that she was only staying here temporarily. What matters is it looks like she was a fucking tenant and there's a fucking camera right outside the fucking door, which is why I did not want her here in the first place. You, mother, sat here talking, oh, she's stupid, you feel bad for her. And then you, oh, well, he can't bring the goddamn girl. Well, he he can't bring the girl here. You already said no. Y'all need to cut it out and open your fucking mouths and step up. This is ridiculous. Like, I was so mad. Now we about to be paying extra rent because of you. Screenshot the paper, send it to my cousin. He gonna say, what is this? Bitch, how long you been in America? You can't fucking read English. The fucking shit says the fucking rent is going up. What is this? The rent is going up. Why the fuck you think the rent is going up? Yes, rent increases go up every year, but I signed the lease that said that the rent wouldn't, unless we did violate some things, which clearly to them we did. So at this point, I'm explaining to him, the rent went up because they think there's another tenant in here. What? Oh, well, she's not a real tenant. I told you she was staying here from school. I'm like, what point of she looks like a tenant do people not understand? Like, this nigga wants his own apartment so bad but doesn't understand how, like, apartment laws and shit like that works. For any of you guys who don't have an apartment, understand you cannot be doing whatever the fuck you want. There's even some apartments that be like, you can't even have consecutive overnight guests for like more than a certain amount of days, or else you have to put them on the lease. Like, that's some serious ass shit. Like, you cannot just be doing whatever the fuck you want in people's apartments. You want an apartment so bad? Well, welcome, bitch. You want to come to America so bad? Welcome, bitch. So he's sitting here going back and forth with me like he don't understand. Yeah. She wasn't supposed to be a tenant. Why didn't I? I'm like, nigga, I fucking told you what I said. I told him that she wasn't supposed to be here permanently, but at the end of the day, she coming in at all the times of the night, and there's a camera right in front of the door. She's bringing clothes. What the fuck could it look like? You sitting here saying one thing, but it looks like something completely different. Anyways, you gonna have to start paying more rent. So he was paying $5. I was like, well, it's gonna have to be $6. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. You have to start paying more rent. Because of you, the fucking rent went up. You and your mime ass bitch, your disrespectful ass bitch. Do you not understand? Oh, well, I don't understand why I have to pay more. While I'm texting him, he walks in the house and he doesn't say anything to me. He just goes in his room and he continues to text me. One thing about me, say it to my fucking face. Now, oh, I'm not paying anything. I'm not doing it. I'm like, all right, I go knock on his door. The rent went up because you have her here. Shocker, the bitch is right there in the fucking room. T-shirt and some panties on. You remember that song? Looking mighty comfortable, no wig on, no nothing. Just mighty comfortable in the fucking corner looking like a goddamn mime. Like, do you wash your ass? Do you pee? Do you blink? Do you breathe? Are you a doll? Are you a dummy? She was in there the whole time. Mind you, I was there earlier setting up a water cooler for my parents, and she was in that house the whole time. She ain't say nothing. She ain't come out. She ain't poo. She ain't pee nothing. She ain't eat nothing. Are you okay? But at this point, she should have stayed silent, because if she would have said anything, I would have mollywopped her. I'm sorry. I would have probably had to put hands on her. Like, the fuck? Sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, well, because of her, the rent went up. Funny enough, you guys probably, there was some people that were asking me, like, they hit me up like, yo, how does she shower? Like, how does nobody know? I'm like, listen. So one day I was there. I was on my laptop. I was just working on some shit at my parents' house. Why the fuck the bitch waited till my cousin came home to take a shower, to hop in the shower with him? And it was the shortest shower I ever seen. Me and my man took a showers together, and it takes at least 20 minutes. And that's like a short one. And that's not even doing no freaky shit. That's actually to get ourselves thoroughly clean. Not even joking. I'm not even just talking shit. They was in that shower for max 5 minutes. That's nasty. Especially since you've been sitting on your ass doing absolutely nothing. Gratte son tea. Being nasty as fuck. Being solid up in the fucking room. Just sit. Oh my god. And you just t-shirt and some panties on. Did you even take a shower? So I said, yeah, the rent went up because of her. You gonna have to pay extra rent. Oh, I don't understand. My coupon. I'm like, you gonna coupon. You gonna understand today. You gonna understand. Because I don't have time for this. Like, this is ridiculous. I don't understand what you're not understanding. This is how America is. You keep saying you want to move, you want to this, you want to that. This is not the hood. You live in one of the most highly sought places in Elizabeth. You cannot be doing whatever the fuck you want. The funny thing is, even when he moved into my parents' house a long time ago, my parents didn't say shit to the landlord, and the landlord was ready to throw him out, and then was ready to evict us. So it's like, we just don't say shit to your dumb ass, because you be acting like you know everything. You got friends with apartments, you got friends that rent rooms. How the fuck they don't put you on to game, I don't know, but that's not our fucking business. What I'm telling you is, the shit went up by $48, you're gonna be paying $100 extra, because not only that, don't do anything. That's another point of contention. If there's no toothpaste, there's no juice, there's no water, they're calling me. This man just got a car. Has he ever offered to go to the supermarket with my mother? No. Yeah, they're beefing, but you guys still fucking live together. Act like it. Toothpaste goes out, my parents are going out to buy it. He does not take initiative to buy it. Somebody has to tell him to do something. So nigga, that's why you're paying that. So this nigga, he's like, oh well, okay, well, if it's only $48, $48. Why am I paying $100? I'm like, you're paying $100 because you don't do anything. He's like, oh, what do you mean I don't do anything? I said, you don't contribute. Why are my parents sitting here calling me for shit? Every time they need something, every time they want something, it's Yvana, 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 Yvana. When you're right here, you don't do anything. Yes, you pay your portion. Finally, you're paying it on time. Thank you. But before you weren't paying it on time. But now you're not contributing. And I don't understand why people don't understand that. You still have other utilities. You still have other things. If you're going to be eating, you have to pay for groceries. If you're going to be using the toothpaste or whatever, at least try to be considerate. Replace this stuff. Like, it got to a point where my parents were sitting here, like, living like roommates with a nigga. Like, when they would go to the bathroom, they would take their toilet paper with them to go to the bathroom. What in the goddamn dorm is going on here? What in the roommate horror story is this? And I said all of this to him. Like, literally, I knocked on his door and I was saying all of this shit to him. I'm like, this shit doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, what you're doing it is problematic, and I'm sick of it. And I brought the shit up in front of everybody. Everybody was there. And he's like, oh, I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing on buffet on you. Oh, what about the hot dogs I buy? What about the spaghetti I'll be buying? What about the soup I'll be buying? He was like, sometimes I buy these things. You know, a couple months ago, I bought a pack of hot dogs. Sir, you bought a pack of hot dogs a month ago, a couple months ago, whatever, and you flexing, you flossing that? That's an accomplishment for you. There's monthly expenses here. You are getting a cakewalk, and I will take full accountability for only taking $500 from him when the rent is actually $16. But this is the way I saw it. My father also needs to work. Hopefully he does end up working. But since my mother refuses to speak up about that, she eats his half. I don't think it's okay to split it down in half just because my dad's not working. Hopefully he finds a job, whatever. But my whole logic is, even if it was to be in threes, you still have to pay like the gas and the light bill, which is like extremely cheap. It's probably like fucking like $10 or some shit like that. It's really cheap. Wait, no. It's like $50, I think, combined. Nonetheless, the food itself was really expensive, and these people eat like fucking trash compactors. Between my dad and my cousin, like, it's really bad. Like, if I only had to do grocery shopping for my mom, it could last 2 months. Easy. Just like me, like, I do grocery shopping once every other month. Like, I don't have to grocery shop really. Except for like produce, you know, like fresh veggies and shit. But like regular grocery shopping, I don't really have to do it like that. So I'm sitting here just thinking to myself, like, do you really think that all you have to do is pay rent in a household, especially when you live with family? You have to fucking contribute. And you don't contribute anything. So now he's going down this laundry list of things that he's done months ago. Okay, laundry list of things that he's done once or twice. Laundry list of things that he's put his money into. Once that conversation ends, I go into my mother's room, and he's still texting me, guys. He's still texting me. I'm thinking the shit is done. I said what the fuck I had to say. My parents intervened. They said what the fuck they had to say. Oh, no, you don't do nothing. You don't buy nothing. So I'm thinking, okay, it's over. This nigga keeps texting me. Oh, tellement fâché. Oh, what you brought up really made me upset. That's why I didn't really say nothing, because they're saying that I don't do nothing in the house. I do plenty in the house. I buy this. I buy that. Da-da-da-da-da. So I'm telling my mom, like, why the fuck this nigga texting me this bullshit right now? What did I say? Don't be fucking texting my phone when you're literally right there. Say it to my face. Say it to my face, okay? Because this whole time, not only is he saying that, I was like, listen, I don't know about what you're talking about. I don't really care about what you're talking about. You have to pay the $600. See, some of the that's it. $600, my guy. Oh, no, I'm not paying $600. I said, yes, you are. You're going to pay the $600 or you're going to move the fuck out. Because I don't have time for this goofy shit. Like, you're doing too much. Not only that, you were supposed to leave since when? How long have I been talking about my cousin? A long time. He been saying he was going to leave. I'm so happy I started talking about this shit, because a lot of you guys would have thought I was fucking crazy. You've been saying you was going to leave since 2021. Am I right? Am I correct? Since my mother was saying you were stealing her fucking seasoning and oil, the shit that she had no reason to complain about, and you're still here. You said you wasn't gonna move into this apartment with us, and you're still here. Your bitch ass got married, said you was actually gonna put that bitch in a habitat, and you're still here. So get the fuck out. He's still talking. Oh, m konen kob la vi monte, paske maim la, gen seri de bagay, moun ap di la vek, ou pa konen yo, and ou konen, mge fami, mge pitit mwen, mge bay pou mregle tout. Basically saying, oh, I understand that since the mime is here, that's why the money went up, but there's certain things that people go through that you may not understand. I have a family, and I have kids to take care of. Let me tell you something. Get a fucking better job. Or better yet, nobody told you to go get a fucking car note and car insurance that you can't afford. You was already bitching and crying that you were broke and you couldn't pay the $550 that I asked. I don't remember if I brought this up, but I asked for $550 when we first moved to this apartment. He was like, oh no, I don't know about the 50, but cool. Ha 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 ha, I'll pay $500. That was a conversation. Nonetheless, I'm trying to understand what that has to do with me. I don't give a fuck, because you know why? This nigga gambles. What was he doing when we were moving and I asked this bitch ass nigga nigga clean, and he done disappeared. He was downstairs gambling. So that gambling money gonna have to be cut short, boo-boo. Stop gambling, bitch. You have the extra $100. And as far as you having to take care of your family, what family? You have no family. We don't like you. Nobody talks to you. Fuck is you talking about? Bro, his mother had a stroke. Okay, I talked about this in my Haitian channel. That's my favorite aunt that I was talking about. Mother had a whole stroke. He didn't know about it. He comes at my mother. Oh, you're such a bad person. How my mother have a stroke and you didn't tell me? My mother went off. Like, first of all, you have family that you don't associate with. If you were talking to your mother, if you were actually close with the family in Haiti, you would know what the fuck was going on. How the fuck I knew all the shit that was going on and you didn't, bitch? And what's even worse is my mother actually lost her phone at the time. So even when it first happened, she didn't really know about it because they were keeping it from us because of how dramatic we are, to be honest. And that's my favorite aunt. I probably would have a heart attack. So it's like, nigga, if you talk to your fucking family, you would fucking know. So what family? Niggas be trying to call him and he will block their numbers. He will decline their calls. He will curse them out if they ask him for money. So what are you talking about as far as his kids? My dad was sending money for your kids when he was working. My mom was sending money for your kids. Your mother takes care of your kids. You don't even talk to your mother. Shut your ass up. That's what I should have said. But I was like, I didn't choose violence. I chose peace. It's almost my birthday. I'm not trying to have a fucking attack. Nigga, you got 5 kids you don't take care of. Suck my ass. You acting like niggas don't already know this, like it's not common knowledge. Bitch, everything you think I don't know, I know 10 times more than you. I know more than you think you know about yourself, bitch. Fuck is you talking about? Like, nigga, this is common knowledge in the family. Like, nigga, what do you... I got kids, I got a family. Nigga, I'm not dumb and I don't give a fuck. Stop gambling. Use your gamble money and that's it. Like, the fuck? I'm supposed to feel bad? Here's my tiny, SpongeBob violin. Bitch, shut up. I don't care. So, he's sitting here, oh, I'm not paying it, oh, I'm not paying it, da-da-da-da. I don't know what you're talking about. Literally, every single message. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm talking about. So I go knock on his door. Better yet, so I go to my dad. I said, this is your fault. You want to be his friend. You want to enable his behavior. And both you and my mother, y'all don't say nothing about his behavior. Y'all sit here, y'all let him do whatever the fuck he wants. And then when shit hits a fan, y'all sit there and y'all call me. He said he's not going to pay the $600 rent. And if I have to go in there, I'm going to go to jail. So I go again. I knock on the door. You said you're not paying the $600 rent? The nigga look at me. I'm like, yeah, you said you're not paying the $600 rent. See, something about me. I don't got time. I'm not about to sit here texting when you right next door. Oh no, cause parce que I have things to handle. I don't give a fuck. You don't do shit here. You were supposed to leave a long ass time ago and you're still here. You bring the bitch here. Now the rent is higher. Oh, well, still, like, I don't see why I gotta pay the extra $100. I'm like, yo, I swear to you guys, if you guys think this is repetitive, this is exactly what happened. From text to knocking on the door to speaking to him face to face, like, it was just repetitive. Oh, I don't understand why I gotta pay $600. Why I gotta pay $600? I don't understand why it's $600. Nigga, it's $600 because you don't fucking put into anything. The fucking extra $50 would be for the toothpaste, the water, the juice, the air that niggas gotta share with you, bitch. It's a convenience fee at this point because it literally has to be charged dealing with your ass. So I'm sitting here and I'm going back and forth with the nigga. I'm like, listen, like, that's basically what I said. I said, I don't like to talk. I don't like to argue. I said what I said. That's basically what I said. I was like, but I said, I was like, so, si pas payer $600, sorti. Oh, well, on est for bon titan too. I said, no. Ain't no titan, bitch. Because you were supposed to leave since 2021. You gave your a million day fucking notice. You're still here. It's like, you think every single time you say you're moving out, the clock resets itself. You said on 3 separate occasions you were getting the fuck out. Oh well, you know why I said that. I don't give a fuck why you said that. Has nothing to do with it. Moving out means moving out. Every single time you get upset about something or every single time you get mad about something and you reset the clock doesn't mean the clock is actually reset. Get the fuck out. So then my dad intervenes. He's like, you know what Yvana's saying, right? First of all, you never gonna find an apartment or let alone even a bedroom in New Jersey for no $500. Them shits are going for minimum like $900, $1,000. So it was her fault for taking $500 from you anyway. She was cutting you some slack. You never gonna find that. I don't know why you complaining. You just gonna have to pay it. Boom. So now, basically, shockingly, this nigga stops arguing. I'm like, oh my God. If all I needed was some male authority, okay, I'll tell my dad to, you know, start doing my bidding. You think it ended there? So I've decided I'm going to start working smarter and not harder, okay? As the Capricorn does. We work really hard, but not really. We kind of make things look a lot more, what do you say, harder than it is. I don't know how to explain it. We make things look like it's so tiring and we work so hard and we work day and night, but a lot of times we just make things streamline themselves. So let me just start off by saying, if you're on my Patreon, you're gonna get the royalty. So please subscribe to Patreon. But this is my master plan. My master plan, since we have to renew the lease and we have until April 1st to renew the lease, my master plan now is to have the building management move us to another apartment, and then he's not going to come. Yep, he don't want to leave. Bitch, you won't leave when I say you leave. Because at this point, I'm not going back and forth. I'm not raising my blood pressure. And I don't want to catch a charge. But at this point, I wouldn't fucking mind it. But I was like, you know what? Smarter, not harder. I already contacted building management. I said we will be signing the lease. However, we would like to downsize or get an apartment that actually has a legitimate living room. Not like a second bedroom type of situation. My cousin will not be coming. So please let us know before we sign the lease. Nigga, you're not coming. Because now, I've evicted you. Run and tell that. I don't give a fuck. Talk your shit. Speak your shit. I never want to talk to that nigga ever again. I don't want to look at that nigga. I am so fucking fed up. Like, nigga, how you gonna say you bought shit, you done shit? And all the shit that he was saying he done bought or whatever was literally from months prior. And it's funny because when his mother came from Haiti that last time, there was like things that I had bought, like Irish Spring soap, like really like big packs of Irish Spring soap, and like big things of like toilet paper, because I would always go to Dollar General to go buy them. And why the hell this bitch ass nigga had the nerve, all audacity to tell his mother that he bought that stuff? It's the audacity for me. You bought it? You done lied on me too much. Lying on me is something that I take very, very seriously. Nigga, suck my dick. I bought that shit. Like, you, what kind of man lies about shit that he bought? Especially little things like soap and toilet paper. You gotta be poor. You gotta be bum. You gotta be kidding me. So I'm thinking situation is over. Next day after this bullshit, I get like 8 voice messages from Ricardo. Oh, I didn't know your father was that type of person. I'm so shocked about everything yesterday. I'm happy you brought all of that up in front of everyone. That was such a shock to me that they said that I don't do anything and I don't buy anything in the house. There's been a couple times I made some spaghetti. I'm always buying things here. I don't know what they're talking about. You see, if your father was working, then we wouldn't be having these issues. If your father had a job, this wouldn't even be brought up. This is ridiculous. Now, what did I say? My dad is my cousin's only friend. Although what he's saying is true, but not true, nigga, I still would have been on your ass. Don't be, this is the problem. Both him and my father think that each other cancels each other out. My dad thinks, oh, if he pays higher rent, they're gonna, you know, ignore the fact that I'm not working. And my cousin thinks that if he was working, we would just ignore the fact that he ain't putting in. No, bitch, we see you, we not blind. Like, what are you talking about? So then he goes and he also says, oh, papa so paresse. Now, this is the thing. I don't even know, like, I'm not, like, I'm Haitian, right? Like, and I was born in America, but I, you know, I'm pretty into my Haitian roots. But I don't really know how to use the word paresses or like paresse in a sentence, really. So basically he said, oh, j'en te dia ou que raison. Like, basically what you said, you have your reason to be upset, you have your reason to feel some type of way. Every single time that they need something, they're calling you for it. So I understand why you feel some type of way. You know, your dad, he paresses, basically saying, I don't really know what paresses mean, but essentially I guess it's offensive because the shit that happened next is wow. So he's like, oh, well, yeah, if your dad had got a job and he wasn't paresses, maybe lazy, maybe, I don't know, guys, comment down below, Haitians, if you know what paresses mean. But basically, oh, if your dad was working and he had a job, blah, blah, blah. He repeated it again in the voice notes, but that time he used the word paresses in it some way. So I said, you know what, since my parents want to stand idle, which was nice that, you know, of course they were backing me up and all of these things yesterday, which my mom did say things too. I just didn't really mention what she said because she always says the same things. Oh, you're a bum. Oh, get out. Oh, nobody wants you here. So I'm like, nobody cares about what she says. So I just, you know, but she was chirping in the back too. She was, you know. So I decided, let's stir the pot, okay? I recorded the voice notes and I sent them to both my parents. But I really wanted to send it to my father because, sir, that's your friend, right? You cover for him all the time, right? Now, the main reason I really want to do that is because my father is always coming at my mother for coming at Ricardo. Always talking about how she's always on his case for no reason, and most of the things that she's saying about him isn't true, and blah, 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 leave him alone on some boy power shit. Here's what your boy said about you, my guy. Now, let me just make it clear. Did he say anything necessarily wrong? No, I mean, he kind of said facts. But you know how men feel when they're called out for shit? Yeah. So, sent it to my mom. My mom's like, what the fuck? Da 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 da. How dare he? Like, he really sitting here acting like he fucking do shit. So my mother going off. My dad, I guess, didn't hear the message, but when my mother got home, she played the message for my dad, and he was he's going off. He's like, oh, you're a bum. You see, I don't ever say nothing about your bumness. You a hoe. You've been bringing all these girls in the house. You think I say anything about it? I'll be sitting here defending you. And this is the shit that you say about me. Da, 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 da. Now, funny enough, I ain't gonna stop. I was like, you know, this is probably gonna get me in trouble, but I don't really care. But I was right. After he sits there and he's going off on Ricardo, next day I see my dad. I said, hi to my dad. This nigga said, stop passé. I'm like, oh, okay, someone's upset. Oh, you told Ricardo that I was a pirate. I'm like, no, I didn't. But we did have a conversation about how not working means he has to pick up the slack. Oh, no. And then nigga starts tweaking on me. I'm like, oh, okay, hold up. Stir the pot. Need to be unstirred. He started tweaking on me, all. Oh, no, ton de voicemail long. That's not what the voice note said. That's not what the voice note said. This shit said that you call me a pirate. Yo, I really need to understand what pirates mean. But basically, I don't know. Oh, basically, he got mad that he's trying to say that I said that he need to go work to Ricardo. But this is the thing. You do need to go work. I've said that to you. I've said it about you. You've heard me say it about you. So I don't see the problem. But did I say anything like that to Ricardo in regards to any of this? No. We had a conversation maybe a year ago, like literally 2021, about why he needs to start picking up the slack because you're not working. Maybe if you were working, things would be different. That's literally what the conversation was. He repeated his own shit, and he's just like, no. I said, listen, if you want to be mad about that, I don't care. This wouldn't be happening if you guys were real parents and you guys opened your mouth and spoke up for yourselves and stopped waiting for me to do shit. It's annoying. So be mad if you want to. Picks up the phone, plays the voice note. You see, that's what he said. Okay, that's coming from his mouth. Do you hear me saying that? I don't even use the word piracy. I don't even know what the fuck it means. Like, yes, you guys have heard me numerous times on this fucking channel, so I was like, yeah, like, he should really get a job. But I don't even talk to Ricardo. We not cool like that. So, nigga, I said, whatever. You can be mad if you want to. You still do need to get a job. I don't think that's anything, like, to be mad at. I don't know why men get so fucking mad when they get called out on their bullshit. Like, it's not that fucking deep. Whatever, he got over it, because the next day I came and he was talking to me fine again. Like, to be honest, I'm my father's only lifeline. He better get the fuck over it. Your other daughter don't fuck with you, so die alone or get over it. Which one? Pick a problem. So, after that, funny enough, in the fucking voice note, he was talking about how, oh, you don't feel like he should be paying extra money, the internet don't work, the TV don't work, da da da. I said, how the fuck the internet and the TV work for everybody but you? He has a whole TV box that niggas is paying extra for in his room, and it hasn't been working, and you haven't said a damn thing about it. Are you fucking stupid or are you fucking dumb? Why didn't you open your mouth and say it wasn't working so niggas could have called the people to come fix it, or I could have at least looked at it before calling someone to come fix it? Oh, the internet's not working. My iPad, my laptop, my phone, my parents' tablets, and their phones all connect to the Wi-Fi. Wires don't connect. Are you dumb? One time he called asking me for the password. I told him it's under the modem. Maybe he doesn't know what the fuck under the modem is, but the modem is in his fucking room, y'all. The password is under the fucking modem. Like, you're an imbecile. You're an imbecile. Fucking dumbass. Look under the damn modem and you'll see the password and all your shit will connect. Like, I don't know what type of Wi-Fi they think they were connecting to, but as far as the TV, yeah, the shit is literally on brick mode and I have to call Optimum to come fix it. But you should have said something a long time ago. Got niggas paying. He needs to get out. So I texted him the other day and I said, listen, you have till March 1st because that's when we have to sign the new lease, and the lease renews in April. Oh, I hope I find an apartment. I said, no, ain't no hope. You're getting out. You are getting out. I don't want to hear it. It ain't no March 5th, ain't no March 15th, ain't no March 8th. You are leaving March 1st. That is your deadline. Because at this point, you're doing too fucking much. You're supposed to leave since 2021. You always giving different stories. You're leaving March 2021. You will not be on the lease, and that's that. And I will be sitting here getting updates to make sure he's trying to leave. Because I don't want to see his fucking face. Before, I could tolerate him. Before, it was, hey, you annoy me, but hey, now I despise the nigga. Cause how the fuck you gonna be taking credit for shit that I bought, talking about something you bought it, and then you trying to big yourself up for shit that you've done every couple of months. You're a bum nigga. So you guys are probably wondering, has she left? I guess being calm does solve problems. So as of yesterday, so I'm filming this right now on January the 2nd. As of yesterday, looks like she's left. However, my mother is going to be off for the next couple of days. So we're going to be surveying if she's actually left. I had texted him because I wanted to go check in on his TV, and I was like, oh, what time are you bringing her home? Because it was Sunday. I said, what time you bring her home? Oh, what did you need? Nigga, answer my question. What time you bring her home? I wanted to come check on the TV. Oh, well, I told you she wasn't going to stay here. I'm already in New York. Went in there. She still had quite a bit of shit in there. I saw makeup. I saw a bag of clothes. I saw some shoes. And I'm like, the only logic here is when she comes here on weekends, maybe she just has her shit here so she don't got to bring shit. I don't fucking know. But my parents told me that when they had left, she didn't have anything with her. Like, there was nothing in her hand, no nothing. So I'm like, yeah, nah. I don't know. Because I leave stuff at my boyfriend's house, but I always have a bag. I always have a bag coming. I always have a bag going. Even though I have clothes there. You know, so I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. So we're gonna be seeing, we're gonna be watching and seeing specifically if she gets out. So this is why this update took forever to film, because every fucking day was literally something else. And the other day, shit hit the fan. So now both of my parents are not talking to Ricardo, just the way I like it. So I can launch my master plan, which is, how do the agencies say it? Mission? Do I want to be CIA, FBI, police folks, whatever? We're just gonna call it mission. Mission, get Ricardo the fuck out. Starts now. With that being said, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, do all that. Thank you guys so much for all of the birthday wishes. I don't know when this video is going to be out, but it's probably going to be after my birthday. Thank you guys so much for definitely tuning in to 12 Days of Storytime. I love you guys so very much. I hope we've gotten to 10K by now. If we did, thank you guys so much. And if we didn't, we're almost there. Smash that subscribe button, share the channel, share the videos, binge, binge, binge. I love you guys so very much. I can't wait to create more content for you this year because it's only up from here. With that being said, I'ma see y'all next time. Bye!